Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1959 Olympia SM3 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany. Consider the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters, Olympias. All of them that were made in Western Germany are very high quality typewriters. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the pages straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is your left margin. You just pinch it to move it, setting that on 0, and the right one around 75. That's about the length of a page. And that's the paper support arm that flips up like a switchblade and telescopes up even further. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, you just flip this switch down one more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. I don't know which, this has half spaces, so it's hard to tell exactly what line by eye when you're not using the line space. So I'm just going to guess. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that all the way down. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. And as far as that goes, I'm not really too familiar on how that works, but instead of wasting ink, it will just print the indentation of the character, and then you can use it almost like carbon copy paper, where you just print, you can copy the impressions and not have to waste any ink. Up top is the, when you flip it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful type machine, excellent condition all the way around. Absolute luxury typewriter. All the parts are the best of the best. The print looks perfect. It's about as good as it gets when it comes to typewriters. And I don't know if you could tell, but the keys are like a chocolate color, and so are the knobs. Really pretty. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. We're going to flip this down for now and put the color back up to black. If you just look at these parts are just phenomenal. And it's heavy. This whole thing is made out of metal, except for the keys and the knobs. Very sturdy. This is about as durable as it gets when it comes to typewriters, just because of the quality parts. Like, you can throw this thing down the stairs and it won't even dent anything. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Tab on the top right. This has a manual tab set, and that's the main difference between this and the SM4, is that this has a manual tab set. The SM4 has a tab set somewhere on the keyboard, and you just set them kind of like the margins, where you just push them and move them. They're actually already set on 10 space intervals, but I'll show you from the back. It just stops at each one of those, like that. Very, very smooth. On the top left is the margin release. You get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. If you hit that margin release MR button, it allows you to go all the way to the end. That works good. To the left of that is the silver lever that will lock the carriage when you have it up, and then move the carriage in the middle. It locks it in the middle. And a lot of people might think the typewriter is broken, but you just got to push that down, and there you go. Now you have a free carriage. That also will block the keys too, so when you flip that up, the keys won't print. I don't think the shift will work either. Nothing works. So be careful when you have that. If you just start jamming stuff, you might bend something. So you just want to make sure that that's always in the down position when you're operating the typewriter. Open the hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. If you want to switch that direction, you just flip one of these ribbon. It's called a ribbon guide. Just flip it to the opposite direction. It'll start pulling to that side. So we want it to just pull to the right for now, and touch control in there too, right here. So that's a minus sign and a plus sign. The farther to the plus, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit them a little bit harder for them to print. The lower you go, the less tension, but they don't respond as fast. So this button on the end of the knob here, if you push that in, it's got a lot of resistance, but if you push that in and turn the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is like a half a space or a quarter space. I'm not sure on this model. Just it's not a full space, I know that. Carriage release on the right side only. I think the SM4 might have it on both sides, so that might be another difference between the two. And on the left side, if you flip that down, that also disables the spacing. And you flip it up, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.